Alrighty, so today I'll be teaching cartoon anatomy. So essentially, it's all ball and joints, or at least that's how I do it. You can watch someone else do it how they do it, but that's up to you. So what I usually start with after I do the head is I start with a chest ball and a hip ball, because those are the two biggest joints. So from here, you can do any body shape you want. You can fill it out really far, you can make it really thin and dainty, or you can pick somewhere in the middle. It is all up to you. So from here, I'm going to draw shoulder joints and the neck and shoulders. So that is usually the next step, unless you want to start with legs, but that's all my opinion. So after you do the shoulders, you'll do the upper thigh joints, or what connects to the hips, just so that you know how to fill that, or know where to fill that out a little more, I suppose. And from there, you go the femur to the knee, and then the knee to the calf, and the calf to the ankle joint. So the ankle joints, I'm not going to be building up on them too much because I'm talking more about full body here. And then for the arms, you go shoulder to elbow, then elbow to wrist. So from here, you can start filling out the body. So me personally, I just draw long shapes from the shoulders to the elbow and then to the wrist, and then I fix them and tweak them a little more afterwards. And then you go from the thigh to the knee to the ankle, tapering in a little bit at the knee because your knee joint is a little bit smaller than both your thigh and your calf. Alright, and from there you have a fully fleshed out body. So the basics of it are, it's just a circle where you want the joint and two lines where you want the solid bone. So I'm going to go over it again in a different position because there is so many different ways you can draw anatomy. So I'm just going to do a handful of basic ones so that you can kind of get a gist on how to do it if you want to try and do your own thing yourself or try something new. Alright, so from here, I'm going to do a snake bottom, only because it's a really easy way to know like how the joints work, and a really easy way to practice bends and curves on something simple. So I draw snakes and mermaids all the time because they're a lot of fun and they're really easy to get the hang of. So you just draw a line in the position you want it to. It doesn't need to be the one I did here. And then from the hips, you flesh it out really thick at the top and then really thin at the bottom. All right, from here, I'm just going to draw the arms, which is the stick and then the ball. It's okay to erase it and elongate if you need, if you don't feel it's proportionate to what you've drawn. And I'm going to put one hand facing in and then one hand down. All right, so from here, I'm just finishing fleshing out the body, and then voila, you have a perfect snake body. So I'm going to run through this one more time. I'm not going to talk through this one. I am just going to let you guys focus and try and replicate what I've done here. You can change the proportions a bit if you want. You can change the pose a little bit if you feel you need to make it easier, but the basics are all the same. Alright, and now from here, you erase all your line work. And I hope yours looks as good as mine. So from here, I just did a quick time lapse of different poses that I can do, different poses that people might use more often than others, and once you have some practice, then you can add the head and more arms and hair and all that fun stuff.